From the mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov.
All right, so I wake up this morning, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm steaming my voice, and I see a comment left here by Khan. He says, great tip, mate, thanks a ton. What do you think of the UAD Sonnox Inflator for VO work? And at first I'm like, Khan! And then I'm like, okay, we got to check this out. I have no idea, I've never used this thing. So the Sonnox Inflator, in my opinion, is a end-of-chain kind of plug-in. Here we have it. It's not engaged. Here we go, right here at the end of the Holy Trinity, at the end of the chain. And the Sonnox Inflator is basically a loudness generator. And loudness is different from volume in that loudness is really the perceived increase of sound, of signal. And that's actually achieved through saturation. So the Oxford Inflator, in its own way, is a special saturation generator. So let's see what it does. So this is the default setting. So I'm going to. This is all new to me too. So I've just been playing with this for about 15 minutes before I hit record. So when I turn this on, right, we pretty much the default setting really the same. Nothing has changed. There might be a little bit. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, there's a tiny bit of difference when I engage the plugin, and that could be a perceived impedance difference flattening out the mid-range. I'm not sure. So let's pop in a couple of presets. Okay, here we go. Max loudness. All right. Whoa, that is way too crispy. Hold on. Let me back off the volume here, right? So this is increasing the input by 6 dB right here. Okay, everything is maxed, everything is floored on this. So, all right, first thing, let's set clip to 0 dB. So that basically is a brick wall limiter for 0 dB. So here we go. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so yeah, it's a lot crispy. I don't know if this is really what you would call a usable VO sound. It's very aggressive. It's almost like a really aggressive radio sound, you know? Rocking the beaches all summer long. Right? I don't know.
He was the lead singer in the biggest band in the whole wide world, and then he went on to a hit solo career. This is Paul McCartney with No More Lonely Nights.
So yeah, I'm not really sure. I think this is a little too much. So let's back it off a little bit. All right, let's back off the effect a little bit. And the curve is interesting because what you'll notice with the effect in, right, this is the effect out and the effect in, it fattens it up. So what you're doing is you're adding a lot of, this is really fattening up the signal, really. And there's no compression involved. So, but here, according to the little instruction card that popped up, when you go below 0, this is when you're actually adding harmonics to it. So I think this would be better. How much effect? Let's put 100%. And so here's the curve all the way down, the warmer, richer sonic character, right? And then right here, it's really fat. So I think there's probably somewhere in between here that would work. All right, yeah. Yeah, that's not so bad. Let's take it out. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's definitely more aggressive. You're definitely feeling the harmonics added in there, but not in a way that feels like distortion, but in a way that definitely feels like loudness. It feels a lot louder. But one of the things that you may notice, hold on. So this is the track I'm recording right now. Okay, so this is gonna be difficult. So if I pop the effect back in, right, you're seeing that really the amplitude changes a little bit, but only because I think we're enhancing it a little bit here by 6 dB. But it doesn't even look like 6 dB. Look at that. It doesn't even look like 6 dB. If I take the effect out, right? And hello, hello, hello. Right? So, I mean, you're really getting the perception of loudness and not necessarily the increase in amplitude. So, this is pretty interesting. So that is max loudness enhance. That's like totally everything pedal to the metal. What about smooth? What does smooth do? All right, smooth is setting the curve at 0. So I like that actually. I like that better than this. This is a little too aggressive. I think there's definitely a place for this, but I like this a lot better, right? So that's not bad at all. All right, let's set this also at 0. All right, so the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. But yeah, let me put this back up here to 0. So this would be a clean signal without the Oxford Inflator in the chain. I know it's a little. It's this. I should turn that off. So this would be a normal signal through the Neve 88 RS. And then I think we definitely have to duck that a little bit before we turn this on and turn the effect on. And yeah, you're definitely getting a fatter, bigger sound that I think works. And again, it's like you're not really killing the amplitude that much by doing so, and you're not really compressing it. You have full dynamic range. You're just adding saturation to it. You're just adding harmonics to it, in almost like a tube-like way. It's really like you're driving a tube circuit really hard. Is almost what it feels like. And then you can fatten it up. Well, I don't like that at all. I think it's better right here. I think there's a sweet spot right here. It might actually just be at 0. So, and then I just was messing around a little bit. And then so I had this. This sounds a little bit more natural. And yet, when you take it out, and then I put this back in, it feels a little bit more forward, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel a little bit more forward? Yeah, it feels a little bit more forward. So I think that might be good for more of an intimate read if you want, to give it a little bit more body, a little bit more character. And then let's go back to smooth. And then smooth definitely feels a little bit brighter. Not as aggressively in your face as this. This is way too much. So yeah, definitely deserves another look, another deep look at this. I'm gonna have to use my 14-day demo to figure out if this is really something I could use, but I could definitely see where you could use this for commercials especially. And I remember actually there was oh man, I can't remember his name. He's a big VO guy. He does a ton, Bo Weaver. And I remember seeing a video where he did a tour of his studio. Very humble studio for a guy that's so successful. I think it's like in a barn on his property. And he had this plugin. This is like from many years ago. And he had this plugin called, I think, Loudness Max or something. I may be wrong. And what he said is he would because he's doing a lot of promos, for radio and all that, what he would do is he would record it through his rig, and then he would give them a version of it run through this loudness program, just in case they wanted the option of having it pre-processed in such a way. But, and I think it was really driving. I think he was really driving the crap out of it. But yeah, I think a little subtle here. And I think that's definitely feels a little bit more exciting and in your face. So if that's what you're looking for, Sonnox Oxford Inflator. Wow. So big thanks to Khan. And yeah, let's check this out and let's circle back on this in a few days. All right, what do you think? All right, leave a comment. Until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.